What up? It is me, the Joe G. Little throat clearing. I think I'm gonna cut the music today. We'll do without. I don't need no stinking music. There we go. So, what up? Welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at Ansible Automation Platform 2. I'm going to install it in my DevOps Lab. We're going to test it out, configure it, see what it's all about. I got some things I got to do in it. I don't have it. I need it. Figured let's stream it. So no hacking today, unfortunately. Maybe in the future. Maybe Tuesday. Maybe next Friday. Definitely next Sunday. If you don't follow, excuse me, man, need more coffee or something here. I got my coffee. If you don't follow Hacking Esports on Twitch, you need to follow them. Next week, on Sunday, starting at 6 p.m. Central, the semifinals for the Ultimate Hacking Championship is going to be streaming there with special guest me. So that'll be a fun stream. Got some testing on Monday we're going to do, just to make sure that my stuff fits in with their stuff. And then I'll be hanging out all stream, talking about what's going on, what's happening, what people are trying to do. Hopefully I can pop the boxes beforehand. I did ask to get access to the boxes they'll be attacking for the semifinals so that I could at least attack them first. So I don't think I'm going to do anything major with them, though. Probably just enumerate to see what different vectors there are and then leave it at that so that I don't know the full path to root or anything like that. That could be a surprise during the stream, but I'd like to at least know what's on the box, what services are available, maybe get in, see what services are running, what groups the non-privileged user is a part of. It's all sponsored by Hack the Box. So after the Ultimate Hacking Championship semifinals round that's happening next Sunday, that's January 30th, for a couple weeks afterwards, those same machines that they're going to be hacking are going to be hosted on Hack the Box. So that's really cool. So everyone will get a chance to attack them. Regardless of whether you saw the stream or not, doesn't matter. Those machines will be put out in the wild through Hack the Box. So pretty cool stuff. If you haven't given them a follow, give them a follow. They're also on Twitter, Hacking Esports. I believe there is a Brazilian channel as well as an English channel. And the English channel is Hacking Esports _ENG. Let's see, Hacking Esports. Yeah, _ENG. So this is them. So this is them, Hacking Esports _ENG. You can come here, follow them. I already have. Check out their past stuff that they've posted here, some clips and things like that. What other videos do they have? Oh, that's it. Just a couple 30-second clips. So pretty cool stuff. Should be interesting. It'll be fun for sure. My colleague Len No will be there, Hacker213. So we'll have some fun. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about today. We're not doing any real coding today. What we're going to be doing today is Ansible Automation Platform 2, right? So it used to be called Ansible Tower. And now it's not, basically. This is what it boils down to. So Ansible Automation Tower used to be Ansible Automation Platform. If we go to the Red Hat documentation for it, I haven't even looked for the documentation yet. So this is all going to be me kind of just looking around for the first time. I went looking around Ansible Fest, which happens September or October-ish timeframe, and didn't find anything then. But it looks like we have something here. At least an installation guide. Oh, it looks like I did go looking and maybe it just wasn't, maybe it was still in beta or something. This is 2.0. I think they're on 2.1 now. I wonder if there's a 2 dot. Oh, yeah, this is the early access docs. That's why I was like, I'm not going to do it yet. I'll wait till they come out with something a little bit more official. So let's see if we can find it for 2.1. I think that's the latest version. Here we go. Luckily, Red Hat has good documentation, so we should just be able to follow this installation guide here to get it up and running. I assume it'll be deployed on a Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8 box, RHEL 8. So let's see. Installation guide 2.1. What do we need to do? We need to skip the preface. We need to go to the installation here. So our requirements are, RHEL 8, okay? A valid subscription, which I have. You may not, but I do. And then Ansible version 2.11 is required. I don't know why that would be required to be there already. I think that's something that should be installed. Maybe it's a part of the run book that they'll give us. So the automation controller has changed a lot. It used to be a single controller that would sit on a RHEL box, and then from there, I'm not even sharing out my desktop. Let me do that. So it used to be that this automation controller here was a RHEL box, and it would basically run jobs based off of playbooks. And those jobs would run in these execution environments that were essentially Python-based virtual environments. And so they would create this virtual environment kind of bubble wrap around the execution environment that everything would run in, then they'd close down and deactivate that VNV. Now they've changed everything coming into automation platform. Now the automation controller still deployed on RHEL 8, but my understanding is, and we'll take a look at what this entails from an installation perspective, my understanding is that rather than having to depend on a singular Python installation version to spin up virtual environments, now everything is based on containerized execution environments. So we're going to be deploying containers for every job execution that Ansible is going to undertake. This allows us a little bit more flexibility in a lot of things. For example, just Python alone, right? If I need to test something using an older version of Ansible that is only supported on a particular Python version, well, now that I have containerized execution environments, I can have those containers set up with the different versions of Ansible, different versions of Python, different versions of whatever I need to do. And we can start to get a little bit more granular in what's included in our execution environments. From my perspective, I tend to look more at the secrets perspective of things, right? Like right now, it's hard for us, hard for CyberArk at least, the company that I work for, to be able to understand the environment in Ansible Tower, right? When we were dealing with the virtual environments, we couldn't understand the environment we were in to be able to do attribute-based authentication of jobs that were running in those execution environments, because it's a virtual environment. I don't know, what the IP address of the host is. I can't figure out the path that this executable is supposed to be running from. It's temporary and generated just in time. I can't figure out the OS user that's running this because it could be different, or my agent that's running there, the credential provider agent that's running there, also cannot see this environment information that it needs in order to make these checks. So it was a mess. Now that everything is moving to more of a containerized environment, I like it. I want to get this out there so I can start to POC some new techniques of getting secrets injected into the containers, whether that is through Ansible itself, or being able to somehow affect a layer on the container image that's being deployed as these, pseudo runners. I guess they would end up being our runners at the end of the day, execution environments. No OpenShift though. So you would think maybe, oh, it's Red Hat and now we're talking containers. It's going to immediately go to OpenShift, but no. I believe it's just using Podman. But that's not to say that sometime in the future they might not, integrate the two and have the capability of you not only deploying Ansible onto OpenShift, but also utilizing the OpenShift capabilities to spin up those containerized execution environments within OpenShift. So now everything is sandboxed within OpenShift container platform. But I don't believe that's how this works today, or that's supported. That's just me engineering the future, I guess. So it looks like it's going to require 16 gigs of RAM, which I'm not going to give it, and 4 CPUs, which I'm probably not going to give it either. I'm not going to be using this for anything production related, just, testing things randomly, maybe some demos and things like that. But no real production automation where I've got multiple threads or processes running at the same time. I don't think I'll need this. Oh, okay, so we've got execution nodes. These are our execution nodes, and then there's control nodes too, and they have the same specs here. And then there's hybrid nodes, which now are hop nodes. I don't even know what the heck. This is a lot of stuff, man. 16, 16, 16, 16, 4 all throughout. Oh my gosh. So the disk and stuff is not that bad, but that's hop, hybrid, control, execution. That's 4 nodes. And then if you're in an enterprise situation and you want high availability, I would assume that would be 2 nodes a piece, right, for high availability. So now we're talking 32, 8, 4 times. That's a lot of resources, especially if you're trying to deploy this into the cloud, which I'm going to be doing today into AWS. I'm going to definitely scale that down, and I'm going to try and get away with the least amount of nodes as possible. So maybe I can get away with just a control and execution node. I don't understand hybrid or hop nodes. I'd imagine maybe like the hop nodes take the place of different tower nodes that used to exist. So if you have, segmented network environments, you can place a hop node there, and the controller can communicate with the hop node to end up executing whatever jobs in that network segment it needs. Serves to route traffic from one part of the automation mesh to another. Okay, so yeah, I guess I should have read that first. So this hybrid node runs both automation and cluster jobs. Okay, whatever. We're not going to need that. And I don't think we're going to need this either, the hop node. So we're just going to probably focus on a control node and a in execution node, so 1 and 1, and we're definitely not going to be giving it what's required. We're going to be slimming it down a lot. Automation Hub, I don't believe we'll need. If I wanted to, I could install Automation Hub locally. And what Automation Hub is Red Hat's new Galaxy, as I do, air quotes here. So let's see if I can get into it. Red Hat Automation Hub. So here we go. Automation Hub. Automation Hub does require a login. It does require an active subscription with Red Hat. So you do need to log in with your Red Hat portal account. And this is for enterprise level things. So everything in here is certified before it's publicly provided. So like these CyberArk collections are certified. If there were any other things in here, well, if I go back to partners and stuff, you can see there's a lot more than just us in here. All of these are certified too, which is a lot different than Galaxy, where if we go to galaxy.ansible.com, everything here that's here, if we just do a blanket search for everything, all of this just uploaded by whoever, right? So all of these community members create these different collections and stuff like that. Some of them are even vendors. CyberArk is still here too, but nothing is certified by Red Hat. Everything is just community provided, community supported, no Red Hat support. You put it up here, and then if you're using the open source Ansible project, just the CLI, no Tower or UI or Automation Platform or AWX involved, you can grab all of your different collections and plugins and modules from Ansible Galaxy for free, but they're all community. based, right? Enterprises who purchased the automation platform would want to use the automation hub. And even further to that, similar to how you can create your own like RPM repositories locally on-prem, like a self-hosted solution where you can just provide your internal RHEL servers with RPMs that you've approved and put in that private RPM repository locally. Same idea with the automation hub here. So we do have a remote automation hub that has everything that we could pull down from, or also it could be alongside it. We have our own local automation hub that we will pull certified collections down into, and then only from here is where our automation platform will grab from. So we can kind of make approvals and check things and stuff like that before we start making it available internally. But we're not going to be doing an enterprise installation. If I can skip this, I definitely will. I would rather just pull straight away from the automation hub instead of pulling from here locally, like doing it twice, basically pulling it down locally and then having to pull from there. If there's a way around, okay, here we go. EC2, we need an M5 large or larger. An instance size of M4, X large or larger if there's no. So we'll do, they want M5 large or larger. I bet I could get that slimmed down a little bit more than that. That's probably just like recommended, but meant to be broken. So we'll deploy something else. Let's take a look. So I'm going to deploy into EC2. I'm going to launch some instances here. And we get to see the new beta dashboard for launching instances. Let me go ahead and click that. I was accepted into the little beta program here. And so this is what it's going to look like to launch an instance in the future, in the near future. A little bit different, right? You have your images that you can choose down here. It's not taking up a whole page listed. It's a little bit, it reminds me a little bit more of like like me deploying a droplet or in DigitalOcean, or like one of those kind of or Fargate even, right? Like if I go to Fargate to deploy a machine there, it's kind of more of a tile setup where I'm kind of selecting what I want to deploy than just a list of, oh, this has got HVM and all this other stuff on it, and a little bit too much details than I care about. I just want to know the OS and version. So we're going to choose Red Hat, and it will be 8. 64-bit is good. We're just going to deploy one instance because as of right now, that's all I know that I need. I guess I should go a little bit further and see. Maybe the nodes are all installed on a single machine. Software requirements, choosing and obtaining a platform installer. Okay, we'll do this next. All right. So I'm just going to deploy one for now. If we need to deploy another one, we can just copy that and do that. So where am I here? Let me get rid of this, and then we'll launch our instance here. We're going to do one. I don't know. Oh, okay. So I scroll down to get to the different instance types, and it said M4 or M5 large, right? So what does that say? 2.8? That's half of what they were recommending. And I imagine that's because it's an EC2 instance and not bare metal. I wonder if I could get it smaller than that, though. Maybe like an M4 large. What's the difference between an M5 and an M4? Is it just like a newer iteration of it? I don't know if anybody's even watching this stream, to be honest with you. But if you are, and you know the answer to that question, you let me know. There's a couple people here. I'll Google it. It's fine. M4 versus M5 EC2. Oh, it's just the next gen. Thanks, Rob. All right. Oh, Rob, you're a moderator, by the way. I modded you. I don't know if you knew that or not. I did it secretly after the last. Yeah, so you can curse now too. Yeah, you get a sword, so you can hit people with it, right? By way of bans, I guess it would be your ban sword, and then you should be able to curse without getting yelled at anymore. I know that the bot was yelling at you all the time. There you go. He figured it out already. Look at him go. Cool. So maybe he'll stick around a little bit longer than last time now that he's a mod. So we'll just do M5 because it's the next gen goodness. And well, actually, let's take a look at the pricing. So 096 for that one. If it's the same, I'm just going to do M5. And 01. What? The M4 is more expensive. M5. Yeah. I mean, fractions of a penny, but still. Okay. Well, that makes the decision even easier. Then we'll just go M5 large here. Cool. And then the key pair name, I'm going to set it to be my Krypton key pair. If you're not familiar with Krypton, I don't know if I've talked about them before, but they were purchased by Akamai. Akamai? However you pronounce it. Anyways, it's pretty cool. It's MFA for SSH. It does a little bit more than that, but I use it for that, MFA basically. So when you see me log into this box for the first time, it'll require me to deal with a push notification and stuff like that. So network settings, let me make sure that we're not going to do that. No, we're not. What we're going to do is edit the network settings then. Edit the network. Okay. So we're going to, we're going to put in the same, I want to put it in the same VPC as the current tower instance that I have. I have old tower 3.8, and I'm doing this next to it because I don't want to upgrade in place and potentially break something. So let me see what VPC we're in here. So I can default. All right, cool. We'll keep it default. But I do need to change that security group because I don't like how open it was. I don't care about that. We'll assign that. Okay, select existing security group, and then I select just the SSH from my home and stuff. So that way it's locked down to start. I'm going to increase the storage. I always have problems with the storage like this when it's at its default settings. So I always like to bump it up to like 25 or 30, or sometimes I'm feeling frisky and I like to do 50. I don't think it matters. You're going to be paying for the storage regardless. Just get it out of the way. So expanding that disk is a bitch when you have to go into EBS, detach the volume, expand it, reattach the volume, now go into the EC2 instance, and you have to go through expanding the disks through the operating system so it recognizes it. It's a whole mess. I've done it quite a few times, and I don't ever want to do it again. We're going to turn on terminal protection. We're going to enable that so I don't drink too much or smoke too much one night and accidentally delete this EC2 instance when I'm having a little bit of too much fun. And we'll call it that. I don't drink anymore, but you never know. You always got a plan, for the unforeseen. We'll name it Ansible Automation. Wait a minute. How does it know that that's what I'm going to say? Do I already have an instance called that, or did I try this before? Let's find out. Let's check our instances. Oh. Maybe I did do this? No, I renamed it. I renamed it because Red Hat yelled at me that it's not Tower anymore. So we're going to make a new DNS for it too. Through Cloud, a record for it through Cloudflare. Through Cloudflare. Jeez, man. Yeah, we should be good. All right, cool. Rob, now let's onboard this AWS account into the Dig platform and check it for platform identity and data misconfiguration. Maybe on another stream. I don't have time for that today. I'm trying to get this deployed and I'm talking an awful lot right now. All right. So yeah, I already used that name. So we're gonna call this one something ingenious to be able to tell them apart. This one is going to be called Automation Platform 2. And we're gonna do it for volumes too, and we're gonna add a tag. And I always add one that I created called role. And this just tells me in one word, I can kind of key off on what it's doing. And this is going to be CI/CD, very generic tag, if you will, right? That's what they are. We'll add it to the volume 2. And then I, as you probably saw on the last screen, I like to add my Cloudflare DNS as something that I can pull, through the AWS CLI or anything like that, so I can understand what that is. And I don't even know what I'm scrolling for right now. I need to be typing. So we're going to call this one, I think, aap.joegarcia.dev when we finally get there and set that up. So that'll be my reminder to call it that. And we're already using Tower for the Tower instance, so we'll use AAP here. Make Red Hat super happy when they see that URL. Everything will be Automation Platform now. Everything else looks good. We're set up. We're going to launch this instance, and then we'll add it to Cloudflare and we'll make a connection. So we'll go back to our instances. I need to attach an elastic IP address to it as well, because I'm sure we're going to need to restart the box a couple times, or I'd like to turn it off at some point if I don't finish it, and I don't want that IP address to reset and then have to keep going into Cloudflare to update that. So we'll come to my elastic IPs. I don't have any available. Geez, I need to allocate one. All right, we'll allocate it. And then we'll attach it to, where's number 2? There it is. There we go. And we'll let it be reassociated later if this doesn't work out for whatever reason and I need to create a new box and move it over. All right, so we should be good here. We just need to add that entry into Cloudflare. So I'm going to go out there and do that quickly. Let me copy that. Let me refresh this so I can get the new IP. Copy that. Log in here. We're going to do it under joegarcia.dev. DNS. We're going to add AAP. Oh, wait. I got to do the add record. There we go. AAP, IP. Boom, boom. There we go. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. We should be able to log into that box now. Let's go. So we're going to SSH. It's EC2 user for rel. And then we named it aap.joegarcia.dev. So here is where Krypton takes over, and it pushes to my Apple Watch or my phone. Where is my phone? I'm using my phone. Oh, crap. My phone is unlocked. I got to use the MFA on it. Crap. I got to take my phone down. I'm using my phone as a camera. I need to come up with a better solution for this. Oh my gosh, it's gonna cancel out too, I bet, by the time I approve this. All right. Usually I do this ahead of time, and I set it up so that I don't have to take down the camera, which is just my phone, and I'm using OBS Camera. Look, it broke it now. Look, it broke it. I'm gonna have to reset this thing. Oh my gosh. What is going on here? It's because I turned off the there we go. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Look at my hand. There we go. Hey man, it's cheaper than a DSLR, right? That's what other people use, is like a DSLR, and then they mount it and stuff. Why do that when I can pay for an iOS app for $15 called OBS Camera, and then just use that as a virtual camera? It works well. It's got good. You can see it's good quality stuff. Maybe once I get affiliate and start getting some subscriptions, I'll start saving that subscription money up for a DSLR, and then I won't have to mess things up to accept push notifications. I have an Apple Watch. I was hoping it would kind of proxy through, but no dice there. So anyways, we're in. I accepted the push notification on my phone. So if I didn't do that, it would just kick me out. So pretty cool stuff. People can try to SSH to my stuff, but the security groups that I set up will block it. If for whatever reason I happen not to block it, then, backup plan in place. So pretty cool stuff. Crypt.co is that website. It's free too. I don't pay anything for that. So anyways, we're in here. Let's start off though. I need to attach to my subscription first. So let's do that. So I'm going to sudo subscription manager register auto attach, and I know I'm going to need a username and password, so I'm going to split my pane here. Not the way I wanted to do it. I wanted to do vertically. There we go. All right, so username is going to be my work email. And then the password I'm going to get from my OS X keychain using conceal. So get Red Hat password. And that'll put it on my clipboard. Bada bing, bada boom. Control C. Now it's not on my clipboard anymore. See, I can't even paste. Conceal is on github.com/infamousjoeg. Go get it. Use it. I do. So there we go. We're registered. I'm going to use wget to get this package down. Oh, thanks, Rob. Look at that. Rob with the self promotion for me. That's why you're the mod. Rob the mod. There you go. All right. We're registered. We'll go ahead and see if there's any updates out there. This is usually the longest part right here, is just updating the stupid shit. We're going to need to copy the install file or package, or however they have it done up for this here. If you couldn't tell, there was a lot of redirects that just happened, so you do need to be logged into your subscription in order to even download the platform as well. So if you're not logged in and you try to go to download the software, it will prompt you for your Red Hat portal credentials. I'm going to take a gig for the setup bundle. What's the difference between the setup bundle and the setup? Let's see. Download the below setup package to install the self-hosted components of Ansible Automation Platform on RHEL. If installing it in offline, I am not. So we are not going to take the time to download that. We're going to download this 5 gig little bad boy here, and we're going to install and set up 211. So download that, save it, because we're going to SCP it over there. So that was a quick little thing, and while we're doing updates over there, we can SCP from downloads. What was the name of it again? Probably Ansible? Oh yeah, there it is. Right here. The setup, not the setup bundle. See, I was trying to do the early access earlier. This is a bad idea. I should just wait. The UI is all changed from what I saw. So I'm just going to let it, download over my network connection, and then we'll EC2 user it. What's the name? Yeah, this one. And then we'll put it in our home EC2 user directory, so I can just get it from there. I don't have to do anything. I was like, hey, you know what? Allow this connection for a couple hours here. So we're good. I don't need to keep taking my phone off every time I make a connection anymore. All right, so that's loaded over. We're just waiting for this to update. I'll probably have to reboot after it's done updating. Sometimes you get lucky and there's not as many updates as this. It looks like maybe they might be refreshing the AMI here soon because it's so out of date. 409 packages that need to be updated is a little bit crazy for an EC2 instance. I wish it was a little bit more like the Amazon Linux 2 AMIs where you just install it and it's already up to date, right? But I guess if it's Amazon, a little bit easier for them to keep fresh. Kind of have to rely on Red Hat for this thing, I'd imagine. I don't know how that works, actually. I'm just guessing. Anyways, we'll get that downloaded, and then we will extract the files. We have internet access. We've already attached to the subscription, so looks like we're gonna have to add a couple repos to it though, maybe. No, wait. I don't know what any of this is. I already auto-attached, so I don't have to do any of that. And so let's see, supported installation scenarios. So it's good we're reading ahead here while we're waiting for this to get done. Standalone automation controller with a database on the same node or non-installer managed database is probably going to be the way that we go. It includes the installation of the automation controller, which includes the web front end, the REST API backend, and database on that single machine. It installs PostgreSQL and configures the automation controller to use that as its database, and it's considered the standard automation controller installation. So, okay, so we'll do that. We're not going to do an external managed database. I don't want to deal with RDS. Standalone automation hub with a database on the same node. We're not going to install automation hub. We're not going to install automation hub. Platform installation with a database. This includes the installation of automation controller and automation hub with a database. No, we're not going to do that because we're not doing an automation hub. Platform installation. Nope, we're not going to do that. I don't want an external managed database. We're not going to do multi-machine cluster. This should be pretty easy. So after I get this downloaded and untarred, well, I can do that without needing to stare at commands or anything. I just need this thing to stop updating. Taking forever. Then we're going to move on and we're going to install the platform on a single machine. All right. Oh, you know what? I'm going to need a license. I wonder if my license is still active from Tower, if it needs to be updated for something new in Automation Hub. I may need to email somebody over at Red Hat for that. Unless somebody's watching from Red Hat and they can kind of do it for me, but I highly doubt that. It's similar setup to Tower, where you basically need to modify the inventory file. And then you run the setup script, and the setup actually uses Ansible to install it. So it looks pretty much the same. You got to give your admin password, your PG password, any registry information. Registry URL, huh? Am I going to have to give my subscription, my portal information here, or where is this? Registry.redhat.io. Let's go see. Enter your Red Hat Registry service account credentials. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look this up. Catalog.redhat. Okay. So there's got to be a way I can create a service account then that's based off of my portal credentials or something. That's how I'm kind of reading it. Let's see. Red Hat Registry service. Oh, okay. Gotta love Google. All right. Oh, okay. It's a container registry. That's what it is. That makes sense because it's going to need to use a local private registry in order to pull the container images to then deploy them as the execution environments. Since the execution environments are containerized now. I wonder. Yeah. Okay. Distributes container images from 2 locations. This one where no authentication is needed, or this one where authentication is needed. Container images from third-party vendors are available through there. I want to know how. Using authentication to retrieve content from a... Okay, yeah, because they're going to be using Podman. So they're going to Podman log in to the registry. But then if they do that, I'm going to have to go searching after I install this for a Podman configuration file that has plain text secrets to the Red Hat registry in it. Guarantee you I will find it, and that's going to hurt really bad to find. I've never used Scopio before. That's interesting. Registry. Okay, here we go. Service accounts for shared environments. Service accounts, blah, blah, blah. I know what a service account is. Within the application. Okay, creating. Here we go. Navigate to here and log in. It should auto log me in. It should still be a cache session. There we go. All right, so new service account. Name. So I'm gonna name it service underscore infamous Joe G. Joe Garcia's Red Hat Container Registry SA. So we'll say registry.redhat.io. So we'll create this, but not right now. We're gonna hold on to this for a second. Let's check on what we got going. Okay, so we're good here. Before we reboot, I want to install a couple things that I like to have just for ease of use, and then that is wget. I prefer that for downloading stuff over curl. Git I don't think is going to be installed, so I'll need to install git as well, just in case. And then also another one is nano, because I hate vim, so take that. There we go. What happened? Oh, I forgot install. How did I forget install? Because I'm talking too much, that's how. So it's going to go through. It's going to say, okay, we found everything. Let's install it. And then I'm going to reboot this. And we're already attached to the subscription, so we don't need to do that. We're just going to need to get this. We're just going to need to untar that right there. So I'm going to sudo reboot now. We'll give it a couple seconds and then go back in. While that's happening, I'm going to create this service account, but I'm not going to let you see it. So we're going to move over to secrets here and create. I have an illegal character in my service account name. Apparently that underscore is illegal, even though it's listed. Let me show you here. Make sure I'm not crazy, right? What character do you think that this is right here? Allowed characters A through Z, 0 through 9, period, dash, underscore. But wait, I have an illegal character. I cannot use underscore in the registry service account name. Come on, Red Hat. Come on. I wanted my service account name. All right, fine. I'll use a dash. No error for the dash, by the way. Got my token. All right. Oh, it's a JOT token. So if you were wondering, it's a JOT token. All right, so the username, it prepends some ID information to the username of the service account that you have to use, by the way. So we're going to come here to this, and we're going to add a new little snippet, and we're going to call this AAP2 service accounts. And I'm going to put that there for now for me to reference. But don't start doing that, you know. Only I do that, and then I delete it. But all right, got my JOT token. And they've got different ones too. They got token information. Oh, okay. There's different tabs. I'd show you, but well, let me see. Yeah, it'll show my token information. But yeah, they have instructions for OpenShift secret to add it as a secret to the cluster, how to log into Docker with it, how to set it up in the credentials configuration for Docker. If you don't want to use it in Docker login, you can just plant it right into config.json for Docker. So some pretty good useful information there. I've copied my token information and stuff, so I can go ahead and let you see what I'm doing again. So crisis averted. I've got my service account now for this, and we should be able to log in to our box that restarted and then continue on with life. Good times, right? Like we're an hour into this, and I finally updated the EC2 instance. What's up, Lone Johnny? Welcome to the stream. We're installing Ansible Automation Platform 2 today. And I've been talking so much, it's taken me an hour to get to this point where we're finally ready to unpack it. So you haven't missed anything. You're just in time. If If you didn't know, we're not doing any hacking today or any real InfoSec stuff. We're very DevOps focused today, so we're having fun with it. So here's our package. We'll go ahead and extract that. Bada bing. And there's our folder. I'll get rid of that tar.gz file. And then we'll go into the folder. And yeah, just like the Ansible Tower setup, we have set up a shell script that will run. We'll need to modify that inventory, add some secrets into it. And then it should just install from there if everything goes as planned. So let me go ahead and start to modify that inventory file. So the inventory file, I don't need to read any of the comments. I've done this enough. We're not going to change any of this stuff. We're not going to change any of, well, what is this? Hold on. Does this mean it's going to install it? No. I'm not touching any of this. Wait a minute. I do need to touch it. Look. Single node. All right. So I just need to have automation controller and database so that it only installs that stuff. So that works. All right. So we'll get rid of this, this, this. This? This. And I guess I don't need this or this. Okay. So that looks like, I'm going to get rid of all this too. So this looks like what I'm seeing here. I'm going to assume that this is correct and I don't need anything else really defined here. Except for my variables, right? And I don't care if you see my variables, you're not going to get access to this environment anyways because only my security group is set up just for my IP. I don't need to set the host or the port or anything like that. It's going to be set up locally. I am going to need to set a super secure password for everything though. So as you can see, I'm using my favorite one. And then down here is where I need to hide stuff from you because you may not see my registry service account information. So all I'm doing is just copying and pasting in the service account information that I made a couple minutes ago on the Red Hat website. And so that this way it can connect to the registry as the service account, which takes the same permissions and subscription that I have myself. So we will save that down as the inventory file. And then we will come back to display everything. Cool. So with that, I think I just, point it to the inventory file, right? And that's it. So here's the setup. I'm going to run. I don't have anything I'm restoring. I'm doing everything completely fresh. I'll come back and restore a file and try to see if I can bring my other tower information over. Callie, don't start. Oh, she wants to get out. Hold on. I closed and locked my door. Yes, I know. Woof, woof, woof. She's my wife's problem now, right? All right. Cool. All right, so we're going to just setup.sh and then -i to inventory, and that's it. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. So I was making fun of Ansible core needing to be a already installed, and I shouldn't have. It actually does need to be installed. So Ansible core 2.11 needs to be run. Let's go ahead and we'll just check out the documentation for that. I will use this, and we'll do it through Yum. All right, well, that seems easy enough. I bet it'll not work, but we'll see. Oh, okay, it worked. Cool. It is not going to be the right version, though. That's not going to be the right version. That is Ansible 2.9. I need Ansible 2.11. So that's not going to work. Since Ansible 2.10 for RHEL is not available at this time, continue to use Ansible 2.9. But then this says, or the error message before said, you need to use 2.11. So is Ansible Core different? Yeah, it's not a command. All right, I'm going to have to go solo here. Ansible Core 2.11 installation. I'm going to have to get it off of pip, I think. Okay, well, this isn't getting me. I'm just going to have to remove it. And then, oh, sorry, hit my mic. And then I'm going to pip install it. So Python, right? 3m pip install Ansible. No, Python 3 is not found? Are you sure about this? Is it just Python? What? How does this not have Python on it? Oh, God. That should just already be here. I know there's more than just saying Python 3 that I need to do, so let me look it up. It's like Python 3, Python 3-libs or something or other. Oh, I got enable stuff too. Jeez, what's up, Weezer? Weezer Will, nice. Thanks for the follow. Awesome name. I love Weezer. I don't know if it's based off the band or if you're just, you got a wheeze. So people call you Weezer Will, but either way, thanks for the follow. We're going to be needing to enable some stuff here. I don't like this documentation. It's hard to follow. Let's just go to Stack Overflow, right? Our best friend next door. We're going to need to install the Apple release, but I don't think, oh, that's CentOS though. This is really ridiculous right now. RHEL 8. Let's just get down to, there we go, Nixcraft. And there we go. Oh, is it really that easy? No. There's no way. It's never been this easy before. Shit. I think I'm still going to need to install pip, though, separately like this. No. It was installed, too? Oh, my gosh. Wow. Things got easier overnight or something. I don't know. I remember that being a lot more tough. So we've got, all right, we got Python 3 now, and I should be able to do pip install Ansible. And then hopefully, oh yeah, it should hopefully be, well, I don't know what 4.10 is. We're looking for 2.11 on Ansible Core. I guess we'll find out. Oh yeah, it's 2.11, so we're gonna be good here. All right, cool. Oh man, maybe I need to use -user. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to run it as root, and I don't really want to do that. I need some music on my mixer for like when we're waiting for things, like I'll have to see what's out there. It'd be nice if I could get, oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah, Ansible's a beast to install and set up, so this will take a minute. I don't think there's anything else that we can do on the side. We don't need this anymore, that's for sure. We're just going to be running this setup again, only with Ansible there so that it doesn't crap out on us. I don't think we need to give any arguments because we're not upgrading from Tower here. We're not doing anything crazy with Nginx. I don't think we'll get any pre-flight errors, but we may need to use this. I think I've had to use it once in the past. And then after we get everything set up, it's just going to the UI and logging in. So I will have to take care of setting up Let's Encrypt because I'm using a .dev TLD, and browsers by default do not trust .dev TLDs. I have to have valid SSL set up before I can access anything through a .dev TLD. So that'll have to be what we do before we even make it to the page, because the page won't load. I'll show you what it looks like. Cool. So it's installed. We should be able to do our setup. And I don't know that this setup needs to be run as sudo, but I guess we'll find out here really quick. Failed because UID. Yeah. So it does need to be root. So we'll try this one more time. Setup .sh and then I inventory. What? Oh my gosh! I do have to install Ansible as root. So sudo python 3 pip install Ansible. I set it up in the user context before, and because it needs to run the setup script as root, I also need to install Ansible at root. Yeah, I know it's a terrible idea, but I don't have a choice here, Pip. Thanks for warning me at least. Not much I can do. Not much I can do at all. I mean, I guess I could have, used a virtual environment and stuff, but F it. I'm going to need Ansible core here anyways, right, for Ansible to work at all. Like, that turns into the Ansible engine that is the main brains behind the automation. I don't think there's a way around it. Typically, I would go back and uninstall from the user context Ansible so that I don't have two floating around and stuff, but I don't think they're going to affect each other at all anyways. You can see all the requirements are mainly satisfied for the most part. It's just a matter of letting root know that hey, this is already here. Like, now you can use it. So let's try that command again to set up. What is going on here? Oh, it didn't. What? Unable to find a match Ansible-core. Unable to install the required version. Maybe I just need to be root. Maybe the sudo thing is kind of messing things up. What if I don't give the inventory file? How? Ansible version. What the heck? All right. Pip. Is it remove or uninstall? No, it's uninstall. I always get those two mixed up. Too many packages out there with different ways of uninstalling and removing and stuff. So this will uninstall it from the user. Maybe from the whole system? I don't know. This is a pain in the butt, right? Jeez. Come on, Ansible, just work. It will. Well, while that's thinking about things there, wonder what's going on Hacker News today. Anything interesting? I haven't even looked at it yet today. I like to look at the show, HN stuff, see what people are making out there. It looks like it's basically the same stuff from yesterday, though. Not too much new. Code capture, that's been there for a while. Yeah, I don't think I would ever use this. Chrome extension. I don't even use Chrome. Oh. All right, let's check on it. Still uninstalling. Not really giving us anything verbose, though. Yeah, I don't even have Nginx installed, so I can't even start to work on the certificate stuff with Let's Encrypt. But I know that there is some good documentation out there. I can kind of get ready. Ansible Tower, Let's Encrypt. Yeah. So this isn't even what I get. Here you could click advanced and then kind of just continue on, but you've been warned, kind of like enter at your own risk type thing. I don't even get an advanced link when I go to a .dev. I just get told to go back to safety. There's no way around it. So I have to have valid SSL to get anywhere with the .dev TLD. So we're going to use Let's Encrypt and then set up certbot in order to handle the certificates automatically with Nginx that Ansible is going to install as the web front end for the UI. And then I'll set that up on like a cron job, and then I only need to open up the port 80 when I get the alert I get an email basically from Let's Encrypt 30 days before, something like that an expiration's coming up. I go over there into AWS, open up the port, run certbot real quick to renew, close the port, bing, bam, done. Easy stuff. I guess I could have a cron job locally open the port using like AWS CLI and stuff, but then I have to be authenticated, right? And I don't want any authentication information sitting on my tower box in plain text, which the AWS CLI will do. So I could use summon, right, to inject those secrets. But I mean, I don't feel like it's just a lab environment. I'm not trying to like be crazy about my security here. I mean, I am crazy about the security. Just all right, here we go. Yes, delete them all. Okay, so let's go back over and then we'll try this again, right? This time I'm just going to use pip3 Ansible. And everything is already satisfied, but Ansible doesn't work. So what is going on here? Python 3, maybe I need to uninstall it. Pip uninstall Ansible again. So this will install it from root. I'm just going to run the setup script. It looked like it was trying to install Ansible. So maybe I can just let it do its thing. It's just weird that it was able to install it. Maybe because I deleted it and I'm getting some sort of weird conflicts. So we're just going to wipe it all clean. It's going to think for a long time. While that happens, I'm going to come out to Hack the Box and take a look at what I got going on over there. It's been a minute since I've been in here. I just started using it, actually taking it seriously and stuff. So I got a little bit going on here. I think I do have an in progress box. Yeah, I've been working on Pandora. Man, this thing is hard, by the way. I don't know if anybody's has tried working on Pandora yet. But this user flag is the hardest thing I have done in a long time. I don't know how this is an easy box. I don't understand that. Like, how are you going to call this easy? And but I finally got the user flag, and now I need to own the system. I saw in the forums, because I was using the forum for hints and stuff, which wasn't really that helpful, but it kind of gave me an idea of the direction I needed to go. I heard from people on the forum, that the user flag is really the hardest part of this box, and then getting the root flag is rather easy comparatively. So I want to finish this box, and then I'll have completed all the active easy boxes, and I can move on to the next. So I've done all of them. I just need to get the system on Pandora. So that'll be fun. Maybe I'll do that on Tuesday when I stream, and we'll work on moving from the user to root. And then I think I was doing a track too, just kind of like, I'm a completionist when it comes to this thing. So I've already completed all of starting point. Just because, like, hey, start from the beginning, whatever. I'll get an idea for how Hack the Box works and what the flags look like, and how to basically like be able to tell before even getting into the machine what I'm doing. The names are very helpful, right, on figuring out before you even enter the box what you should be looking for. And then I'm like, well, I want some points now, so I'll start some tracks. I started the beginner track. It's pretty easy so far for me. I gave up and then switched over. I was like, I'm just going to do the easy active machines, get them out of the way, and then while I'm waiting for more machines to come, I'll go through the rest of this here. All of these tracks, start doing some tracks. Get a lot of points from the tracks. I'm a point hoarder, I guess. I really want to do the reversing one here. I am terrible at reversing. I can open up like a binary and a hex editor and stuff and take a look around, but I am completely clueless of like, I tried using Geardra? I don't even know if I'm saying it right. The NSA tool, right? That does reverse engineering. You can do debugging and stuff. And I use that for a machine. No, it wasn't even a machine. It was just like you download this binary and you got to figure it out. And I used it. Oh man, it was so over my head. Like, but I wanted to know more. So I might do this track next. Just finish off the beginner track because I hate having things active, and then starting on the intro to reversing. Ghidra, yeah. Thanks, Johnny. Printer exploitation I did. There is a box in the I think it's in the starting point. There's one where you use the print nightmare exploit in order to create an admin user through the printer spooler. That was pretty cool. A little real world scenario there of what people can freak out about. I've really been loving Hack the Box. Oh, here we go. The UHC track. So this is the Ultimate Hacking Championship. And this is what I'll be on Sunday, January 30th. So I'll be a special guest for the semifinals round of the Ultimate Hacking Championship. And I'll be on that stream talking about, what's going on and stuff like that. And then you can play the boxes here. So these are past boxes from other rounds. The boxes we're going to be attacking on January 30th at 6 p.m. Central they'll be put up after the semifinals round. Hopefully I get access to them a little bit sooner so that I can enumerate them and understand, what the attack vectors are going to be and stuff, since I'll be on the stream. But if you're just joining and you haven't followed them yet, you can follow them at hackingesports_ENG on Twitch. It'll be broadcast on Twitch Sunday. It says January 23rd, but it's going to actually be 30th is going to be the semifinal round. They may stream on the 23rd, but it's not going to be with me or anything like that. So you can follow them here. You can go out to Twitter. They're Hacking Esports on Twitter and follow them there. They have a YouTube. They have an Instagram, apparently. I don't know what pictures they're sharing, but they have one. And then if you're Brazilian or Portuguese, you understand that language and stuff, there is a whole nother side for that. This is the English side, though. So America, UK, all that fun stuff. Not many past broadcasts to watch, just a couple clips here, but definitely interesting stuff if you're around and available and want to tune in. It'll be broadcast here on Twitch. And I think YouTube and everywhere else too, they use one of those, restreamers or whatever. So you should be able to find it if you're looking for it. So yeah, that's cool. I didn't see that track yet though. For UHC, but yeah, if you think you got what it takes to be in the Ultimate Hacking Championship, come here and try out these machines and get a feel for what it's all about. It is sponsored by Hack the Box and a couple other vendors and stuff like that too. So they will be using the Hack the Box platform on the stream. All right, I think we've given it enough time here to where, yeah, we should be good with removing this stuff. And then I'm just going to try and run this setup script again because it looked like it was trying to communicate with my subscription manager to install Ansible. So now, see, this is what I don't get. Like, it's okay. We're unable to find a match for Ansible Core. We're unable to install the required version. It's not installed on the machine. I have to install it now, and then for guidance, go to these docs, which, I mean, I know it's pip, so it'd be pip3 install Ansible. Okay, and I'm root, and I'm going to run the setup script as root. It's going a little bit slower, so maybe the initial install happening in the user context really threw the configuration through the loop or something like that. And now I'm fixing it by removing it everywhere and reinstalling it as root. I don't know. We'll see. Only time will tell. Man, I was only planning on doing this until 2. But this is taking a while, and I need to get this up and running. So we're going to go over. I got until at least 3, and then I got to dip out for an actual work-related call. So I'll give it until at least 3 p.m. Eastern here, working on this. If for any reason we don't finish it and we have to stop somewhere, we'll pick it up the first session, the first portion of Tuesday, and finish it off there, depending on how far along we are. If we're pretty far along and I just need to set up a couple use cases, I'll just go ahead and do that on my own, and then we can go over it for like the first 15 minutes of the Tuesday stream, and then do something else for the rest of that stream. So let's give this a shot here. Cross your fingers. Oh my god. Why is this happening? What about if I do this? No. But then, like, how does it install Ansible? Successfully installed Ansible, but I can't use Ansible? Like, where did you install it to then? Does it say? Here? No. Ansible core into here. It's already satisfied. Maybe that's the problem. So there's Ansible right there. That's just a directory though. So there's not even, maybe it's under CLI. No. I'm just gonna wipe this shit out, man. All right, let's go there and just wipe it out. And here. And I'm gonna be root from now on because F it. And I'm going to wipe out everything Ansible. There we go. So now we're going to install this garbage. I've never had this many problems with pip before. Ever. I don't know why I'm having this many problems with pip. All right. Okay. So it had to It had to collect core again because I removed that folder. Everything else is still there. Installing the collected packages. All right. Oh, okay. So hopefully this will go a little bit better. Come on. Dang it. How does it... It was working at one point. Now it doesn't work. All right, let's do this. Let's go to... I'm going to run that setup again because I want that URL that it gives. Oh, we're not even in the right freaking directory here. All right, setup. And it'll complain and say, hey, you need to install this. Come to these docs here. And I'll be like, I already did this. Installing Ansible core. All right, I got pip. It says to do this, which I can't do. I mean, I guess I could. Do I... That ain't gonna work. What a pain in the ass this is. Pip install Ansible core. It's all done. Pip uninstall. Oh my god. I should just really just Lucifer, I need to get Ansible Automation Platform installed, and it requires me to have Ansible set up in order to run that setup. If I could just switch away from this right now, I totally would, because it's really, really making me angry. But I need to get Ansible set up somehow. I wish I could just build it from source code or something, but no. I could install it from here, but then it's only Ansible 2.9, and it'll complain that it needs 2.11. So I can't do that. I can't do it through the the different repos and stuff. I have to do it through pip, because pip has 2.11, which is required by the Ansible Automation Platform. It's a very specific version. And the crazy thing is that when I run this here, like this, like it's the same thing as running it as root, but I can also install it in the user context, and then it works. Oh, let's see. Ansible playbook version? Oh. See, but then root doesn't understand any of this. It's crazy. All right, so let's see. We've got, I'm going to delete this folder, and I'm going to delete it from here. All right, let's do this. We're just going to do rm rf this. We're going to take this, and we're going to rm rf that. And then we're going to take, and we already deleted that. We're going to delete the executables here, but I want to see what's in there first. So we'll do this. And we're going to rmf Ansible star. And so if I exit root and I do Ansible playbook version, it doesn't work anymore. Everything is deleted. So now, if I install it as root, it says it's already installed. Maybe I just need to install it and reinstall it. And then we'll come into here and then we'll delete it out of there. I'm going to delete everything out of here. I don't even care anymore. I don't want nothing in there. Where is this? User lib. It's all these site packages are scattered all over the place. User lib 64, user local lib. There's 3 different places that the site packages could be. We'll start here. I'm going to delete everything. I don't even care no more. I'm going to break it. The crappy thing is how long this takes to uninstall and reinstall. I have to sit here and wait for it while it thinks about things. Well, let me see what notifications I got on my repos. Ooh, this is a new one. What is this on? Oh, wow, I didn't even know I had this. Some shell script doing curl commands or something. Do you know how to do this while using certificates? Yeah. I think it's like, yeah, you include, I think it's that, right? Curl. Gotta see a certain no dash file. Here you go. I can't reply at. There we go. Done. All right. Yes. Whoops. Wrong window. Yes. Yes. Okay. So now that's installed. Let's CD over to here. No. I didn't save it. So CD to here. You see all those folders? I'm getting rid of everything. Forget it. Boom. Bye. Nothing left. What are the other 2? I think it was lib. User lib. User lib. ls. CD Python. Site packages. Oh, I don't think I want to delete anything from here. No, I think these are internal. Jinja, JWT, pip. Yeah, I'm not touching this. And then 64 is probably the same thing then. So that would be user lib64. Whoops. And yeah, I'm not touching this either. All right, so we got, the majority of the shit out. All right, so we'll check. Do we have Ansible? No. Do we have Ansible playbook? No. How do I want to install this? Python 3 pip install. We're going to do this. This was the way it worked before. And hopefully this is the way it works again. So it'll collect it. It'll install it, and then I can be done wasting 30 minutes on freaking installing Ansible, which should be the easiest thing we did today, but it's not. If this doesn't work, I'm just getting rid of the whole EC2 instance. I don't even care anymore. Just starting fresh. I got time to waste with this garbage. Making me mad. Making me mad. So what's up in chat? What's everybody got going on in chat? Anything good for the weekend? Got some people out there in the chat land. Maybe just passively listening, but that's okay. Your presence is appreciated. All right. Come on. How about playbook? What's my path? Where is this installed to? It should be in a local directory, right? No, let me go here. So we don't have it here. ls al. So here's all the oh, I'm in site package. All right, I was about to say. All right, so there's an Ansible directory here. cd.ansible ls cd tmp. Okay, nothing. All right, cd to .local. There's a bin, cd to bin. Nothing. Let's go to root. Oh, I can't do that. Sudo, and then we'll go to root. lsal, cd into .local. lsal, cd to lib. lsal. Oh. cd to Python. Site packages. I don't know why this shit isn't working. All right. Okay. We're going to do this the easy way. Oh, give me a break here. So EC2. So this is the box we're working on right now. And I'm being ridiculous about it, but I don't even care anymore. Where is it? Security? No. Instance settings. Termination protection. Terminate it. And we will release. Yeah, okay. All right. So, terminate it. We're going to launch a new instance now. I'm going to start fresh. We're going to start all over again. We're going to install Python 3. And we're going to do stuff like that. So let's go over to the beta because I want to practice on this. It's a little bit different. We're going to call this Ansible Automation Platform 2. Red Hat. We're going to choose, this is all good. Instance type, though, we're going to choose m5.large. That is what Ansible or what Red Hat suggests we use. So we're going to use it. Choose my key pair to log in with. The network settings I do need to edit. We're going to keep it in the default VPC. That's fine. We're going to choose an existing security group. We're going to choose this one. And then we're going to bump this up to 25. And that looks pretty good. One instance. I don't think we need any advanced details, do we? No. Oh, yeah. Turn on termination protection so I don't get stupid and delete it accidentally. And that should be good. Here, let me add some additional tags here. So we'll add the tag role, CI/CD, and we'll add the Cloudflare DNS so we don't have to do it later. This is just for my records, not for anything else. All these tags. All right, launch it. Cool. So I'm going to, here it is. I'm going to have to attach an elastic IP to it. So we'll come down here and we'll find the one that's not allocated anymore, which is right here. And we'll associate that with our new instance down here. All right. And so this IP is already set up in my Cloudflare DNS for that DNS name. So we don't need to make any changes there. That's why I like being able to reassociate the elastic IP, because it's easy for me to just blow away an instance and restart a new one. And I don't have to make any changes to Cloudflare or anything like that. Just reattach the same elastic IP I was using before and off to the races I go. So this is up and running. I should be able to connect to it, but I'll get an error back saying, oh, known hosts is like seeing a different public key now. So we're going to crap our pants and complain. So yeah, it's not even up yet. So we'll give it a couple more minutes to start up its services here. Probably just hit it too soon. And we can always do an NS lookup of AAP.joegarcia.dev. So it's the same IP. So that's good. It's just the host needs to get its services up and running. There we go. See? So there's our complaint. So we'll SSH keygen r AAP.joegarcia.dev. So that removes it, and we should connect. But now Krypton will be like, hey, wait a minute. You cannot do this. You've already, now Krypton's going to complain about it. Well, no. We know this host too. I'm Krypton, and you cannot connect to this. So you know what that means? Remember that time I had to take down the camera earlier in order to accept a push notification? Yeah, it's that time again. I got to take it down and remove the known host from the app on my phone for Krypton. So you get to get up close and personal with me and watch it as it disappears and I switch apps here. So a little screen mess up there while I go into the Krypton app on my phone. I should probably set up something like Splashtop, right? So that I can use my phone without having to pull it down. Or do like Rob said earlier and just get a DSLR. But known hosts, I'm deleting that record from Krypton's app. And I'm back on the video. And then we'll put this back up so that you guys can see me here. There we go. Ta-da. Close enough. Right? Cool. All right, so I may need to pick it up again to... no, I think it's cached that it should allow it. All right, cool. So now I'm on the box, and we'll attach to my subscription. Remember, this is a rel box, so I need to attach to that subscription to be able to get updates and things like that. I will log in with my username and then my password. I don't even know it. I need to get it from Conceal from my OS X keychain. Boom. And so that should register this now with my subscription. And then we'll install Python and install Ansible. I'm just going to get it out of the way first. I don't even care anymore. And then we'll deal with everything else. And I'm going to do it all as root too. So I'm going to immediately sudo su. And then I'm going to do it all as root. So we don't have Python here. We need to install it. So that's going to be yum install python 3. 5 minutes till 2. Thanks for hanging out with me, struggling with me, banging your head on the wall with me over pip. All right, cool. Python 3 is there. Now we need, we should have pip there too. Yeah, so we should be able to do what? Pip 3 install Ansible. That's it. That's all we should have to do, right? You would think. Let's find out. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, Pip. I've literally done nothing but install Python and check your version. Ansible Core 211 is what we need for this setup. Please work from root, because that's the thing we need. Lucifer spying some CyberArk automation projects, huh? Oh, here's Mr. Hardstomper. What's up, dude? Welcome to the chat. I like your snowflake. I don't know why you have a snowflake icon. How did you do that? What does that even mean? Direct Relief, Charity 2018. Interesting. What, did you like donate to charity, or you streamed for charity? How does that work? Oh, we've got a fight in chat. JSON versus YAML. Who's going to win? My signature and my email says that JSON wins. So cool. All right, we got this installed. Ansible. Oh my gosh. All right. Maybe I'm missing something here. Maybe, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm a nano dude, so all right, I'm gonna look this up. Let's see. Install Ansible on root. As root? As root. Uh-huh. Okay. So they want me to do it as user. Huh. Maybe I need to upgrade pip. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know. Older versions of pip default to simple, which no longer works. Please make sure you have the latest version of pip before installing Ansible. Okay. I think that's like what? Pip 3 upgrade? Pip? Is that it? How the fuck do I do it? Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. We can use ensure pip. All right. That works for me. So Python 3 ensure pip, right? We want to make sure pip's there, but we also want to upgrade it. Oh, I'm not. It's already up to date, it says. Maybe it's Python 3.6 that's the issue. Look, it works as the EC2 user, but not as root. What is going on here? Why is this happening? Yeah, see, root doesn't understand that it exists. Is it because it's installed in... The executable location is user local bin. All right, so let's go sudo su and check our path. Oh boy, here we go. No, we want this one. And then we will export path make sure it added some bitch. You know what? So Mr. Heartstomper's asking, why am I running as root, basically? Like, that's not secure. And I'll tell you why. Because I tried running it not as root, and Ansible setup told me I needed to run it as root. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm following the documentation as Ansible has set forth. When I was running it as EC2 user, it complained that I wasn't UID 0, which is root. So now I'm just assuming root and calling it a day. It seems like just for the configuration and setup of this, I do need to be root, but it will create its own user, and that username will be called AWX. It'll be a non-privileged user, and AWX will own everything that the setup that we're about to perform installs and configures and stuff like that. So even though I am running the setup as root, it's not going to, nothing's going to take the context of root. Root's not going to own anything. It's going to create an additional user, which is probably why it needs to run as root, called AWX. And AWX is going to own everything. We'll be able to take a look at that afterwards. So I don't even have the package downloaded because I, just blew away the last instance and stuff, which is fine. So I'm going to need to get that in that download link again real quick, and it's back here. So we're going to download to, oh no, I got it. I can SCP it over. I forgot I had already downloaded it and SCP'd it over. So that should be in my history. Here we go. So that all checks out. We're in our EC2 user directory. And so I should be able to see it. Yep. So we'll tar extract the tar.gz. We'll remove the tar.gz, and then we'll cd into the directory. We'll need to modify the inventory, and since this is a new instance, I'm going to need to yum install nano because nobody likes Vim. Who likes Vim? Nobody likes Vim. Everybody loves nano, so we're going to install it since Red Hat seems to not like it. And then we're going to nano this setup here. I mean, the inventory file. And so this inventory file needs a little bit of information. This is what the Ansible core that we just installed is going to be reading off of in order to understand what it needs to do. And so I don't like these comments. They get in the way. We're going to be installing an automation controller. We don't need these vars because we're not going to be installing any execution nodes that are remote. We can get rid of the execution nodes section, the automation hub section. I think that we need to keep the database section. Let me just double check here on the next page. Just to be sure. Yeah, we do need the database section because we do want that to be configured. We don't need any services catalog workers. We don't need any SSO. We do need all our vars. It looks like we've got some engineering of security using CyberArk happening in the chat right now, which, yeah, you can do all that if you want to, right? Or you could just use EPM for Linux. That's a thing now too. And then you can really limit what people can do on the Tower box. Admin password, we're going to use some super strong passwords because we're good security professionals. So we'll put those in here and here. And we'll make sure they match too, right? Like, I'm being completely sarcastic here. Don't ever do that. This is my demo environment and I don't care what my passwords are. I just want to remember them. Okay. And then my registry username and password. Earlier, we set up a service account for registry.redhat.io that I'm going to use. So this is the part where I put up the screen, the blinders, and not let you see what I'm putting in here because this is legit information that I do need to keep protected. So we got a JOT token for our service account here to use to log in, and we have a username That was generated for it as well. And then there's just a couple other Automation Hub configuration items here that I'm going to go ahead and remove down towards the bottom. Just a bunch of comments here that I don't care about. I would show this to you, but my secret information is in plain text right now in this inventory file, and I don't want you to see it. All right, save it, and now we can come back and display my screen again. There we go. Cool. All right, so with that inventory set up, we should be able to, as root, run our setup, and it will kick off the playbook and start to install everything. So that's it. I mean, you know, if I didn't take 30 minutes to figure out that I needed to add a path, a directory to my path variable, then we would have seen how easy this is to install, but you know, whatever. Note to self, if using root with Ansible, add the user local bin directory to your path. That's the moral of the story for this instance. Those creds weren't for AWS, Mr. Heartstomper. They were for registry.redhat.io, which is Red Hat's container registry. Because we're installing the Ansible Automation Platform version 2. This is the new version of Ansible Tower. And the changes that they've made in this version is that rather than having virtual environments run execution environments on the controller that we're setting up right now, it utilizes containerized execution environments in Podman in order to run jobs. So you can define what what that container image is that is being used as essentially a runner, right? To be able to run these different automation jobs inside of. So they've moved from using all of these different virtual environment temporary directories on the controller to now everything is containerized. And so all of the container images that the platform uses is stored in the Red Hat registry, or at least those base images are pulled down from there. I don't know. We haven't really gotten to that part yet. So this is going to be my first time really playing with AAP. So I don't really know how the inner workings are. And that's really why I want to get it up there so that I can start looking into things. What did we fail here? No package automation controller equals 4.1.1 available. Maybe that's a subscription issue. It looks like it's trying to update some subscription management repository. So we'll Google this and see what we can come up with. Okay, well. It's a lot of documentation, but no real answers to my question. No package, automation controller, 4.1.1. All right. Whoops. There's probably some extra repository that I need to install. What is included in the subscription? Maybe I'm not subscribed to it and it's a new subscription line item. Who knows? See, the UI's changed. Yeah, this is just documentation explaining everything. This is useless to me. How to install it? All right, let's check out what somebody else has done. Python 3, install Ansible. Test. Oh, they're just using the open source project. That's unhelpful too. Maybe I can just, whatever, rel 8 extra repos. Let's just install all the extra repos and stuff like that, just to be on the safe side. Let's see if we can get past that error. There's no extras channel in rel 8. It comes with a new repository structure. Oh. So there is no EPEL. Oh, it seems EPEL is available now. It's still considered under construction, though, and that was 2019. Well, this is old. How to enable it? There we go. We will do this. All right. So we'll enable this. I am root, so I don't need to do that. Yeah, sure. And then okay. Maybe I need to update because I did not do that before. Let's see if it... Oh God, that's a lot of stuff that needs updating. Is Python on that list? What? Why wouldn't it just give me the updated version? Oh boy. All right, let's see. EPEL, yeah. All right. Yeah, it looked in the extra packages. So now we're also looking in the extra pack. I think that whatever it is that we need is going to be in there. 403 updates to go, though. All right. So we'll let that run. And while that's running, we'll take a look at some other things here. Not really anything that I do want to look at, to be honest with you. I was hoping to get at least to the Let's Encrypt stuff today. But it's like 2:15. I got a call at 3. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to get there if I need to do this update. It's going to take forever. Oh well. We'll have to pick this up on Tuesday, I think. So while that's happening, I can't stream Pandora, or else I would start up Kali and start looking into Pandora, but it's too new of a box. I don't think I'm allowed to yet. It's still an active machine. It's only 13 days from release date. And I think that I'm not allowed to stream it quite yet until it's a little bit further out. Like there's not even any walkthroughs or nothing. It's a pain. Dude, look at this forum thread. Everybody's complaining. It doesn't belong in easy, I can tell you that much. Where is this official thing here? Usually it's up at the top of the latest because everybody's having so many problems with it. There it is, Pandora. So yeah, I mean, like, nobody knows where to start. This kind of clued me off here when somebody started talking about an API. So I started digging around for that. But it's just a heck of a lot of enumeration. I mean, it took me like 10 hours of enumeration before I found how I could get that user flag. There's more than one user. You got to do a lot of lateral movement. I mean, once you're done and you've gotten that flag, you look back and you're like, oh man, that was really a good box, but it definitely does not belong in easy. Maybe, when I go for the root flag, it'll change my mind and bounce out how hard, getting a foothold and stuff and getting that user flag was. But this post by Tuxedo Netcat helped out a lot. You really have to look hard. The user was super tough. But then this looks promising. I haven't gotten here yet. Business as usual. Soft on the inside. So I need to run linps and see, what privilege escalation is out there and stuff like that. As the new user that I am now, I ran it initially as a different user and didn't get much info out of it. But hopefully it'll give me some good information about root. Maybe like a set UID or something like that. Who knows? We'll figure it out. I'm not going to do it on stream though, because it's, like I said, it's too new of a box. Fun times though. Try Hack Me is Mr. Heartstomper mentioned. Try Hack Me. I'm over there too. I haven't really done anything since I finished the Advent of Cyber. I'm not a robot, so I haven't really checked out what they have new over there. The newest thing after the Advent of Cyber, after I was done with that, was this Log4j by John. Shout out to John, by the way. If you don't follow him on Twitch, you should. He's got some good stuff he does. But yeah, so, I mean, the Log4j stuff is the latest. I don't know what else is out there. What else is new? Is there a way I can look by new or something? I don't know. Practice, search, learn, dashboard maybe. New rooms. Oh, so that is the newest room then. There hasn't been anything else new released since I was here. I don't really bounce around to the rooms much or compete or anything like that. If I run into something where I'm like, I want to know more information about that, then I'll look at it, but I usually just do the Advent of Cybers over here. I don't even think I've looked at stuff. Maybe I might do the Metasploit one just because I've been avoiding it, right, on Hack the Box for the most part. But it seems like there's two camps. There's the camp that loves Metasploit in the framework and wants to use the console and wants to use all of the Metasploit, automated vulnerabilities and stuff like that. And then there's the other side that doesn't want to have anything to do with it. And I started off on the side that doesn't want to have anything to do with it because the fuck am I learning? Like use exploit, run, set R host, set L host. Like that's not, to me, fun. It's not fun. It's not a puzzle. It's not as complex as I want it to be. I want to learn the tools that are out there that I can tailor to what I'm trying to do and stuff like that. But the more I use Metasploit, it is a good tool for at least finding what is exploitable, right? Like I search exploit and use exploit DB and stuff like that, but sometimes it's just a little bit easier to use Metasploit to open up a reverse shell than it is to, have to deal with opening up and having all these different terminals open in session and stuff. So Mr. Heartstomper says that if you're going to be a red team like pen tester, learn the non-Metasploit stuff, but for the real world stuff, but just learning use Metasploit because it's easier and stuff. Yeah, Lone Johnny said the same thing. Learn how to walk before you start running. I guess I'm the opposite. I like to learn to run and then and then go automated from there. So, but yeah, so I've been using like everything but Metasploit, which leads to a lot of Netcat, a lot of Weavly. I like Weavly a lot. I've been using that a lot for like the LFI stuff, or not LFI, but the file upload vulnerabilities and stuff like that. But they got some cool tracks here that I would definitely try. Probably just the Metasploit thing, and then like, there's this thing called Metasploitable, right? I haven't looked into it at all or anything like that. I think it's like through Rapid7 maybe or something like that. They have this like exploitable setup or VM or something that you deploy. I guess it's like a damn vulnerable web app, similar or like what's the other one, Juice Shop, right? But is it like VM based or something, and that's the difference, or is it meant to play nice with Metasploit, or is it just for practice? I don't know if anybody in chat knows. I'd imagine so. But it looks like they have a lot more tracks here. Okay, so it's a Windows and Nix VM that's just heavily exploitable for you to practice Metasploit against. I like the fact that I'm having to, like, I like hacking the box, you know, like there's this game on Steam. It's called Hacknet, and I really fell in love with it after I got it through a Humble Bundle. I got it through Humble Bundle a while back. It's called Hacknet, and it has you, you know, basically you're a hacker for hire. You're trying to make as much money as possible, and you have tools at your disposal for creating a reverse shell. You have to use Nmap, but to use Nmap, it's just like nmap.exe in the terminal. Like, it's very simplified commands that you're using, and at the time, it really like scratched that urge for me to practice and stuff, but it's just not very real world at all, and it's very simplified to be able to bring in a larger audience into the game aspect of it and stuff. So once I found Hack the Box, I really loved it. Let's check on this. All right, cool. We're updated here. I'm gonna reboot this box real quick, and then we'll come back and run that setup script again. But yeah, I really like Hack the Box because it's more real world to me, you know. I like capture the flags, but it seems like all the capture the flags that I end up doing are Jeopardy. I don't like that. I don't want to have a wall of points and have to answer questions. I want to be given a box and no other information and told, like, have fun, figure it out, bring me back a user flag and a root flag, the end. That is like, that's where I like to really, you know, be left on my own, Wild West it and explore. That's real world. Not, okay, you know, we need a flag and here's a sentence of something very extremely vague that now you have to interpret. So now I'm dealing with riddles on top of having to find whatever it is the riddle is trying to tell me. Like, give me a break. I ain't got time for that. But it seems like that's what the CTFs tend to like to do, is that Jeopardy format. So the Ultimate Hacking Championship on Sunday, January 30th, will be through Hack the Box and will not be that sort of situation. So definitely check it out on the Twitch stream. So let's go ahead and see if we can bump back in. Looks like we can. Krypton's talking back to us. So cool. And so I'm going to move over to root. Let me check my path real quick. It's been reset, so we'll export path to user local bin path, and then that should give us Ansible playbook. Yep, and then so we can cd to the Ansible folder and run our setup script again. And this time we have all of the extra packages or extra repos, the EPO repo available in case it needs it. And we've updated the entire system. So this should run through. And then if I am going to guess as to how the rest of my day has been going, it will error again on the same error. And then I'll scratch my head and and be thankful that it's Friday. And I won't have to look at it again until Tuesday. So, okay, it's a Windows host that's vulnerable. All right. There is no Linux vulnerable host. It's just a Windows box. It's all good still. I love all the colors, though. I should have turned on Cowsay for this, and then we could watch Cow giving us all this information. Which Ansible does support Cowsay. So you can turn that on and have all these tasks reported back by a cow, by whatever you want. I don't know what else it supports. What is Cowsay? Do I even have Cowsay? No, I don't. I bet I could brew install it, though. You know who likes Cowsay is one of my colleagues, Brandon Traffinstead, BT. Anytime you see a demo from him, everything is in Cowsay. I gotta imagine that I can brew install Cowsay. No. Oh, that's just issues with the cask. Oh yeah, and there we go, Cowsay. Sweet. There should be a way that we can list everything that it supports now. I know it's more than just cows. I think there's like a Linux penguin or something like that. This seems to be going a lot further than it did before. So, oh, nope, I spoke too soon. So yeah, we failed again to find this package automation controller. And what does that say too? Varlog tower does not exist. Setup save to setup.log. So is it just I bet it's not going to be any more verbose than this is. We can turn on the verbosity, by the way. We can do this. Let's do that. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's only an Ansible option. So I would probably need to go into the setup and change it there. Options. I mean, it's just going to fail again anyway, so I don't even know why I bothered. Automation controller. Being a pain. This kind of makes me not want to install this. Like, it's included with it. I wonder if maybe I need to just download the whole kit and caboodle here. I think I'm going to have to. So if I go back to that download page, they have an offline bundle, which is how I've always done it before. It'll alleviate the issue that we're having with pulling that package, because we won't need to pull the package off of over the internet. It would be installed in this bundle. So I'll just start downloading this now. It's a gig, which sucks, but if we look in my my downloads, ls downloads, and then we grep on Ansible, you can see every other time before that I've done it, I've done the bundle. Oh, not that one, but these two. Today, I was trying to get smart, and I was like, I'm going to do an offline, or I'm going to do an online setup, and it's just going to be a 5 meg setup file. It's going to be amazing. Apparently, it's not amazing. I need to do the setup bundle. So that's all included with it and stuff. I don't know why that opened, but... oh, we downloaded a gig that fast. Perfect. Wow. Okay, so let's SCP this over then. Here's our SCP command. We'll go back. And we need to do bundle for that. And then 2.1.1. Like this. So we'll SCP this over then instead. Here, I'm going to exit as root. I'm going to rm rf Ansible 2.1.1-1. Oh. And so that just leaves, yep, the tar-gz that's SCPing over now. 7 minutes? Why? Because my MacBook is wireless, even though, and it's going to AWS. That's why. I know I need a better connection. I'm going to blame AWS for this one, actually. You know what? I'm not going to say it's my connection, Mr. Heartstomper. I'm going to say that it's AWS's fault. They've been having a lot of problems recently. I can get away with it this one time, I think. Knocked a couple nines off that uptime, didn't they? Jeez. Made a huge case for multi-cloud, too. All right. Look, I've had fun with everyone today. I'm going to cut it off here, I think, and get ready for my call coming up at 3 p.m. I'm going to move this over, this new setup bundle, and we'll pick up on Tuesday morning with extracting and installing it. I don't need anything between now and then from the Ansible Automation Platform. So we'll do that. This is SCPing over. After that, I'm going to just get ready for my call. And then we'll meet back Tuesday. We'll start at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Sorry if you're on the West Coast. That's, I know, pretty early, but I like to I like to do it around 11, last until like 1, maybe 2. I don't know what my calendar looks like, but we'll kind of play it by ear. I know I've been, the past couple weeks, I've been kind of absent, so I want to kind of play catch up a little bit. You may see some random streams from me over the weekend. If I start messing with other boxes than Pandora, I'll do an ad hoc stream here and there. But otherwise, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today, watching me struggle. It's not something that happens often, but today it was my time to shine in that regard. But until next time, stay safe and stay secure. Bye, everybody.